time hearing you talking about the topic of standard and the reason behind it, right? Nobody's here, right? So I'm very surprised in a way that's pleasant, right? I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm correcting myself here, right? Because I thought you don't think like that. Seriously, I thought your standard is all over the place. One, the standard you hold to yourself, I thought that was the problem, right? But you're saying that that's not true. You want a 7 because you're holding a certain standard to yourself. Am I correct?
I know I'm capable if I try. If I work hard enough, go into work. And don't be stupid. Don't be careless.
True enough, but even those kind of things can be trained. Even that, right? It's actually a mistake not to train properly for it, as long as you know how to train, as long as you know, right? Are you sure are you sure? I'm sorry, I'm doubting. It's as if I'm doubting. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. How do I phrase it? If you try, not the hardest, but you try very reasonably hard, okay? If you try, and then you don't get 7, okay? Don't know what you get, but you don't get 7, something lower, how would you feel if I may?
I think I would recognize that I've tried my best. If I really have then there's nothing you can do about it.
I get it that you will feel sad. That's the mark of an honest goal, right? If the goal wasn't honest, then you wouldn't be sad. So why bother in the first place? But other than sadness, what else do you think you may feel?
Regret.
Regret, really? Oh. Let me clarify that I am not doubting your talent in math. That one is quite visible to me. Do you have a talent for 7? Yes. Yes. But with hard work, Right? So my question was not about what happens if you discover that your talent is not enough. No, your talent is just nice for 7, just nice, which is to say that's a rather high piece of talent. Just to be very clear, okay, Daniel, right? Just to be very clear, that is a rather high amount of talent for math. This is HL math, not no joke one, no joke. Why would you feel regret if you have tried your best?
I'm just sad that I couldn't.
Is it disappointment or regret? They are different things, right?
Yeah, more like disappointment.
That one I understand. That's just a mark of an honest goal. Again, right? Sad, disappointed. Yes, if you don't get it. Of course, that's true. It's true. Okay, all right. Thank you for sharing. Right. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that in mind. Okay, what do you want to ask?
3 part 1.
Sure. Are you putting on page 10? I think that's our page.
You want to put or you want me to put?
You put.
Okay.
Because you know which one to highlight. Even if I put the whole page, I still don't know which one that you're talking about.
Where is it? Page 10.
I think that would be the page. Are we in the? Are we in the same Jamboard?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it. It's not showing, so I'm looking at the WhatsApp first.
There we go. It should be there.
Oh yeah, nice. Can I make it bigger? I'll be the one. Right.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for it to be yeah, okay, I got it. So what
you
is
need the
your
question also?
I think so. Do you send? Because I didn't see.
Yep, it's there.
Yeah. Oh, it's there. Yeah. Okay. So which question would that be?
3 part 1.
Okay. I'm putting 3 part 1 here. I'll be putting it because I'll be putting a very concise version. Oh, 3 part 1 you cannot do. I'm sorry. Then what's the question? Right? I suppose. What is your question again? You may ask a different question inside exam and after exam. What's your question now?
How to do?
Huh? Really? Oh, right. Okay. What's your I'm clarifying because IB I'm not so sure what. What's your data booklet kind of thing? The thing that you have in exam?
I have it with me.
Do you have a proper name for it so I can search for it?
Mathematics Analysis and Approaches Formula Booklet.
What? Okay, IB for IB is it? IB.
Yeah, IB Mathematics Analysis and Approaches.
Analysis and Approaches.
Yes.
Let me look. That's an assessment. What? Are you sure that's the name of it? Then I Google, then it becomes the syllabus. Wait, study guide? No. What would you call it? No,
it's called the formula booklet.
Okay. Yeah, the formula. Oh goodness, today is very right. Okay, that is one part. Okay, that is one part here, Daniel. Can I clarify that you learn sine rule, cosine? Sorry, you learn the 3 rules: the product rule, quotient rule, and chain rule. You learned it this year, last year, or in year 4?
Product rule,
quotient rule, chain rule. The 3 last year. All right. Okay, so not in year 4. I get it. Okay. So there are 2 things. Look, I think you need the booklet. Better safe than sorry. I think there's something that you need to just check in the booklet. But you also need the rule. Now, here's my question. Do you think about both of them in exam or not?
Think about the product and quotient rules.
Thinking about immediately choosing one of the 3 rules. That's what I mean. And also thinking about consulting the formula booklet, which is not about the rules. I don't think the formula booklet have the rules. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'm checking. So 2 things to think about at the start.
I doubt that it has.
Right.
I would say no. It's probably not the first thing on my mind.
Right. So 2 things. So that would be my first hint, which is something that is always applicable in dydx. Can you answer those questions? At least make a guess. Oh goodness, the formula booklet is so slow. Okay. Formula booklet. Okay. Which rule, if you may? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think this is the one. Okay. Oh yeah. I think so. Calculus, there you go. Yeah, I confirm that the formula booklet has something that directly helps you, like directly. So that is also question. With these two things, you could solve the question already.
The arcsine, differentiate arcsine equals 1 over square root 1 minus x squared.
I agree. I think we're looking at the same thing, yeah? So that means I think I'm looking at the formula booklet. Right, this is what you need for the formula booklet. And if you think this is all, that is your problem. First of all, if you think this is all, that's your problem, right? You have another thing to think about, which is the rule. But the formula booklet, at least you get it lah. At least you get this, which is very surprising that you don't. You must correct that. Easy to correct, yeah? You must be familiar with your formula booklet. I am suspecting that you are not familiar with your formula booklet. Easy to familiarize. You need to do that lah. Right? Let's not check out the remaining of the formula booklet first. I'm still waiting for your best guess for the rule. Product rule, quotient rule. Right. So you say quotient rule because, right? There's a reason behind why you say that. So the reason is
fraction.
All right. Quotient. I like the answer because the fraction has variable on top and variable on bottom. Do you know why I'm saying that?
Wait, go back and I can't see anything. Okay.
All right. I like your reason, fraction. I'm saying that because the fraction has variable on top and variable on bottom. That's why I like it. Am I making any sense?
Yep.
All right. However, this is not the only rule you need. In fact, you need another rule first. Which one?
I'm not sure. I can't see.
There are only two rules left. Chain rule or product rule?
Product.
I'm going to call them by the appropriate informal name. Very appropriate because it describes the fraction rule is quotient rule. Yeah, why do you use quotient rule? Fraction ma. Product rule. Why is product rule? Because times ma. Onion rule. That's chain. You use chain because onion ma. Something inside something. Onion.
Onion.
I really mean onion as layers of onion. This guy is inside the arcsine. Onion. I see an onion, I do chain rule. Ta-da. If you don't get that logic, not good at all. This is not some fringe theory. This is the main thing. I'm going to clarify the onioning first. Do you see the onion? Something inside something else.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you see it? All right. People see it differently than onion. I see it as layers. I'm going to describe how people or how teacher may describe it. This is supposed to be X, the formula booklet say. This is not an X, big trouble. You cannot just apply like that one. Unless you, in this case, use onion because the guy is inside arcsine. The guy is inside arcsine. So onion no. Now, I'm gonna present it the way that your teacher may do so. Let this be you. Will that be okay?
Yep.
What is the differentiation of arcsine U, if you may help me with that?
Differentiation of arcsine U will be.
If you're looking at something else, no need. You only need to look at your Jamboard. Everything you need is in the Jamboard. 1
1
over
over square root 1 plus x. 1 over 1 plus
minus,
u squared.
you mean 1 minus u.
1
What?
minus u squared.
1 minus u squared. All right. Do we stop here?
Yeah.
No. This is the half of chain rule. The other half will be times u prime, the differentiation of u. This is supposed to be chain rule. My first time mentioning it to you. Any recollection?
Yeah.
All right. Then how do you do the u prime?
Differentiate.
By quotient rule. By quotient rule. Right? By quotient rule. So I'll call this v and I'll call this w. Would that be okay? What is quotient rule? This one you need to remember. Don't think your formula booklet have it. Let me check one more time.
Yeah, it does. It has.
Yes. Where is it? Okay, I want to be familiar. Where is it? Okay, how come I don't see? I'm sorry. Wait here. No, what? No. Quotient rule. All right. Okay, quotient. Right. Okay, good. That's it. Could you please do u prime here then? As in, if you could, you do it by yourself right now.
So u prime, what is u as v? U is w.
Put this thing here. It doesn't. Looking good. The quotient rule. Oh, right. Yeah, so I can see that you do have some sense of chain rule. So this bit is chain rule. You're chain ruling this, right? The guy inside, right? That is the chain rule bit.
Over v squared.
That would be w squared. Yeah, which is very conveniently just that, right? So let's stop here for now. Okay, let's stop here now because after this is going to be simplification, right? Okay, let's stop there for now, right? So can you imagine doing this in exam, like you do this, and then you plug this in here, and then you also type this, and this guy will be this complicated guy. That's what you're supposed to do as the first two stages. That's already 2 marks. The simplification is troublesome. That's the other 2 marks. Yeah, the simplification is troublesome, but that is the remaining 2 marks. Can you see, can you understand this? Do you think you can do this in exam? What's your question right now? It almost feels as if you're not expecting this. That's what I'm getting that vibe from you. Could you tell me what you're thinking here?
How do you get this again?
Right. What I'm doing here is exactly what I am doing here, so to speak. But applied to something complicated like this. Applied to something complicated like this. Okay, I'm just doing this part. Just doing that part. Okay, let me try to show what's happening here, right here.
Can you do like working? Or?
This is the working law. This is the working law. This is the working law. Right. Okay.
Oh.
So let me. In your case, so this one, I'm taking this one. In your case, let me pretend that W is, for example, I have to use a different letter lah. Z half. All right. Would that be okay? Right. So W prime. Does it bother you that I write W prime? Just asking.
No.
All right. So W prime, according to the working of chain rule, will be half Z minus half times Z prime lah, which is exactly what you do. That is what you did. That's why I say you have some inkling about chain rule. You're supposed to do it. Don't know why, but you are supposed to do it. Isn't this what you did? Here, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm doing the exact thing. It's just that currently I have something complicated here. So, but I'm still doing it. I am still doing it lah.
So you're differentiating this into this.
No. I'm differentiating this into this with the help of that.
Okay. So it's saying
this is the dx of arcsine u lah, which is why u, because this is this complicated thing, right? I'll just pretend it's u for now. That means whatever this complicated thing, this will be correct, no? So next time the question gives you something more complicated, less complicated, something different than this, just pretend it's you lah, and then you do this. That is the power of chain rule lah. It lets you pretend for a while so that you can use the basic formula. Once you use the basic formula, you have to times u prime. That is what they ask of in chain rule, and then you'll be correct.
So you're using substitution. They're using
a very simple substitution. A very simple substitution. Yes. Chain rule is chain rule because let me just show you why it's called chain rule, right? Because du dx, correct? I'm trying to du dx. I'm so sorry. I'm wrong. What am I talking about? This is not du dx. This is d arcsine u, right? Dx, right? Okay, which is d arcsine u over du first lah, times du dx. This is why it's called chain rule. This is what you asked of back then during the, you asked something lah. This is the rate question thingy. When am I supposed to do this? D something with respect to u, then times the du dx will be equal to the d something over dx. So two-step law. Right? So this is this, and this is that.
Okay.
Right. My sense is that you're not comfortable with doing this, and you need to be comfortable, as in more practice would be great. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm preventing you to simplify right now for a simple reason. I want to make a statement here. The statement is the differentiation is done. Once you have this, and once you put in that, your differentiation problem is done. It is now simple algebra, as in not simple algebra. It's now simplifying, which is no longer differentiation. That is another host of problem. But the skills are different. No? The skills are different. And I really want you to just focus on this, because the simplification is not always problematic. This question is problematic, but it's not always a problem. The chain rule, however, should always be understood well. Okay, can I just delay the simplification until later when I feel your chain rule is good? That be okay?
Yep.
Right, so I'll put a note here. Something is not done yet. Now, What is your next question? Hopefully something similar to this.
Maybe 4A.
All right, I can kindly put it in.
Because she says I'm missing one solution.
Oh, interesting. All right, okay. I want to know. No, put
I
in
got almost everything correct.
Okay, I do want. Okay, I'm gonna put the. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Can see that. Right. I'm putting in the question lah. You put in the answer.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, I'm on 12. Oops.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'll move to.
Oh.
Okay. I'll move it. Right. Okay, I'll
move it to 11.
Okay, yep. There you go. All right. Yeah. Good. I like it. Right. So I'm gonna see whether.
Sorry.
I'm gonna see how you lose the question. Right. That's the important point here. Hey, the answer. Seems good to me. And how did you cross multiply? There's nothing wrong with that. Yep, there's nothing wrong with that. And you change that to there's nothing wrong. Oh, you missed something very simple, right? So up to here, everything correct. Even this is correct. Let me clarify that they are waiting for NA. Do you understand? You're supposed to write NA.
Yeah.
You're supposed to reject. You're not supposed to stop here, for example. This is great. I like it, right? So you are truly missing one answer here, which is good news or bad news. You think for yourself. That is the foundation of the trigo. So your problem, oh, sorry, this is a trigo question I'm talking about. It's not a calculus question. Oh, your exam have trigo, pure trigo. Now I realize that. Oh, right. I'll explain it using the graphical method, and then I'll go through what I think your teacher will do, right? Could you draw a cosine graph for me, please?
A what graph?
A cosine graph. I help you a bit. Could you draw a cosine graph? Nice. Very. Drop. No. This part is 1/4. Then you're assuming that this is another 1/4. No. This part is 1/4. Why? Because look, if I continue the graph behind, it looks like that, right? So this whole mountain should be the same size as this whole valley. Do you see the mistake?
Oh.
Right. Does that make sense? Right. Okay, good. Try again. This is just half the mountain. So that's 1/4, great. And then another half, very good. Yeah, very nice. So this is one cosine graph. No need to draw more because we just asked for 2 pi, right? So that's why we just stick to this. So here's your 2 pi. This is your pi, right? Okay, good. Now, cosine inverse 1/3 is 1.23 radian. Now, this one should be easy. 1.23 radian, which is the correct question, which correct answer. Is it on the x-axis or on the y-axis or none of the above?
1.23 radians.
Is on the x-axis or on the y-axis or none?
None.
Hey, 1.23 is a measure of 1.23 is a measure of something, which is here you go. You're solving for theta, man. So 1.23 radian, which is correct, is a measure of theta is a measure of.
I don't know.
Angle.
Oh, okay.
Degree.
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah. Don't you see angle in the axis? What's the point? That's the point.
What?
Oh goodness.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. This is angle, right? Correct? That's an angle.
You mean the x-axis?
Yeah. Isn't x-axis the angle, right?
Yeah.
So pi over 2 here is 90 degree is 1.57. So 1.23 radian, what's the point? Where is it? X-axis or y-axis? Yeah, somewhere. Nice. Okay. So this is a classic mistake, right? Classic mistake, yeah. So this is not the x-axis. This is a coordinate, which does involve x-axis. It's x and y. Let me clarify my question one more time. 1.23 radian. Is it this guy, both, or none?
It's on the x-axis.
Very good. Thank you.
Where else would it be?
I was waiting for that question. I was waiting for the answer. Where else would it be?
You're asking me if it lies on the x-axis or the y-axis.
Or yeah, that's what I asked, right? X-axis or y-axis?
Yeah, right? Then x-axis.
Wonderful. Good for you to know. Now, 1/3 is the real question. Where's 1/3? X-axis, y-axis, or none, or both? I don't know.
1/3
is where?
It is from the cosine pi equals 1/3.
Cosine pi, no.
Cosine theta equals 1/3.
Correct. Cosine 1.23 radian, right? Cosine 1.23 radian is 1/3 because therefore cosine inverse 1/3 is 1.23 radian. Correct. My question stays, where is 1.3 in this graph? Hey, 1/3. Sorry. Bad English. Sorry. Where is 1/3? I'm so sorry.
On the y-axis.
That question mark, I want to clarify. It is on the y-axis. This is what it means, no? To be a cosine graph, no? This is the theta, and this is the cosine theta, right? So my x-axis will be my theta. If I cosine this guy, I get 1/3. Cosine inverse, therefore, is going from y-axis to x-axis. Okay, very fancy stuff for something that you already understand, I hope. Okay. Okay, now I'm ready to give you the second answer. No? There you go. Do you see it visually? The second answer is this guy. There you go. That guy. That is the second answer. Does this make sense first visually or not?
Yeah.
Then, if this makes sense visually, can you find that second guy for yourself? Is it possible? The calculator will probably not do that for you. Probably not. Calculator will probably give you one answer. There's the second answer. I go from 1/3 into the second x-axis. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. Can you find who that guy is?
How would I start?
Oh, very easy, visually, right? Never ask this. Yeah, very important. Are you a visual person?
I guess so.
All right. Okay. Then mirror image is your key. This is mirrored here, correct? Exact mirror. Okay.
Yeah.
So this must be there. Make sense?
Say that again.
This distance is mirrored here. Yes or no? You gotta see it.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh dear.
No, I'm not seeing anything you're doing.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Laser pointer. Do you see anything?
Oh yeah. Nice.
Okay. So mirroring, right? The mirroring. Therefore, this distance is mirrored here. Okay or not okay? Do you see it or not?
Oh, yes. Okay.
All right. Then if you do see it, what is the blue guy?
2 pi minus 1.23 radian.
Excellent. Correct. That's the second answer. Now, don't take my word. Take your calculator, cosine 2 pi minus 1.23. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Please try.
Cosine 2 pi minus 1.23.
It's supposed to give you?
It gives me 0.23.
Yeah, which is, I mean, well, we know that 1.23 is approximation, right? So it doesn't give you exactly who. It's supposed to give you somebody lah. Who is it?
About 1/3.
Yeah, about 1/3 lo. Sorry. Does this convince you that that is the answer?
Yes.
All right. This is not your teacher's method. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Do you want, what do you want? Do you need or want the presentation from the teacher's method?
Is there a way to know that there are two answers without having to draw a graph?
All right. Let me give you the bigger picture lah to answer your question.
Yeah.
I'll have to answer with the graph first, okay? With the graph first, right? With the graph, what you're supposed to understand in Trigo, right? Okay, what you're supposed to understand is that there are infinite answers, not even just two. Let me give you another one. Yeah, do you see that? That's another answer. Correct or not? Then I trace back. There's another answer. I already have 4 answers.
Okay, I see.
Can you see that there are more than 4? They will be infinite. Can you see that?
So for Trigo, there will always be more than one lah.
Unless you play the range, no? But knowing the question maker, knowing what they want to test, they want to find out whether you know Trigo is repetitive. That's partly what they want to know. Partly. Knowing them, they will never set the range so that it's only one answer. Never one. They might even set the range so that there are more than 2 answers. And that's more likely because that's the goal. Does this make some sense?
Yes.
All right. So if the range is more than 0 until 2 pi, you might need to give more than 2. In general, you assume that at least there is 2. You never actually assume that the answer is only 1. You should be suspicious that way lah, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
What does the calculator give you? Let me just clarify this. How many does the calculator give you?
What do you mean?
The way you cosine inverse 1/3 lah, that's calculator ma. You have to rely on calculator.
It will only give one.
You 1, correct.
Yeah, only give you one answer.
And therefore, the question maker has a vested interest to test you, not the calculator. The second answer is for you, testing you, not testing the calculator. Make sense? Okay. Right. Again, although time is up for the first part, right? Do you want to continue? That's up to me. You might not, you might eat your dinner and everything.
Yeah, let's take the break. I need to
1 hour.
go bathe.
1 hour. Yeah, go bathe, take a break, everything. Eat. Now, remember my question. What is my question? You better answer later lah. What's my question? Do you need to know how your teacher would present and how he would think? Do you want to know? Okay. Yes, you will tell me later. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, mulai. Yeah. Nanti udah tak mau buat itu. Ya. Yeah. Yeah. Gimana? Agak biasa. Hello, Kakak Brian.
Hello, yeah.
Yes, I can see you. Just waiting for Elliot. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. Elliot. Yes, sorry. All right. If there is no AWA, hey, Elliot, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, cool. Which one do we use last time? Oh, right. Okay. We were using the Sunday one. Correct. So, Elliot, is it still indices at school?
Yeah.
All right. So are we ahead?
Like
Are we
around
still
the
ahead?
same.
So does that mean that you're covering the root already, lah?
Yeah.
The fraction as a power, the minus as a power, you have gone through it already, lah.
Yes.
All right, so that should be complete, and then they will give you more exam-like questions already. So because up to the fraction power, we're still learning all the basics, lah, right? If there is no objection, we should go ahead as per usual, or of course you can ask your homework, lah. So what would you like to do today?
I mean, the teacher asked us like try a certain type of questions out. Can we just do that?
Yes, please. Of course, of course. If your teacher is already hinting you on those things, your teacher is probably good. Okay. Why don't we, to save time, we just use the last week, the Tuesday's Jamboard. Just continue from there.
Okay.
I believe page 11. Yes, Kak Brian, you have. I'll be following. Yeah. Okay. Page 11. Oh,
Yeah, my teacher asked to do questions like this.
okay. Oh, that's EMath stuff. Are you sure this is not EMath questions?
I don't know.
This from the AMath book, and your AMath teacher is asking you to do this.
Oh, my EMath teacher asked me to.
Your EMath. So this is an EMath question, which is also in this. No problem practicing them. Maybe 2 or 3, and then go back to AMath book. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Still important, still important. In fact, this is very practical. So I do want you to understand it. I do. So I don't mind. All right. Kakak Brian, compound interest, yeah?
Okay. I'll
Right.
try my best.
Yeah. You can always, check, right? Okay. I'll be following, yeah. Elliot, you want me? Okay, I'll just take a picture. Yeah? Okay, 18 and 20. Okay, I'll just take a picture of 18, 19, 20 for now. Right. Okay. Right. Splitting it to 2 pages. Right. There you go. Anish, can you hear us? I see you, yeah.
The same situation as the last. Can we use typing?
I'm sorry, audio not good, you're saying?
No, it's not the audio, it's my voice.
Oh, right. Yes, we can use typing. Yes. Right.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. There is no problem. All right. Prepared for it. Let's start with a new Jamboard. So use today's Jamboard lah. I can make a new one, share with me. Right. Type anything you want, I'll be following.
I've shared it.
Okay, I'm opening it. Oh, okay. Kakak Brian, ya. I answered Inish. All right. Okay. Understand. Okay. Anything on physics and chemistry lah? I mentioned. If there is nothing, then 6. If you have the worksheet also, I think maybe we should start from there lah. Ganesh, are you going to show me the video? Noted on your updates. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm gonna take something, yeah, I mentioned. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, Anish, I was taking something just now. All right. So Anish, is that the lecture note? Because I can't even copy it properly. All right, Anish, even though you're sick, I am still assuming that you are making the decisions, right? So unless you want me to make decisions, that's my assumption, right? So which page to talk about? Think, as in start thinking. Somewhere.
Look at page 1.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
Of the chamber.
Of the chamber, I'm sorry. Forward. Oh, wonderful. Right, please do. Please stop, please stop, please stop. Let me see the first page. No, first page. Nice. Oh, I thought there are many questions. Okay, I understand. No, this I understand. Thank you. Yep, sure, no problem. All right, okay. Now, I have one question, Ainesh. You can type the answer in page 3. Would that be okay? Right, yeah. So remember, just type. Right, there you go. That's my question, yeah. Understood. An even better replacement for GGC is Desmos. Okay. Okay. So if we need to use it today, we'll be using Desmos. Right? It will probably even better. Okay. Right. So I understand this page already. If you would like to continue. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, this is something that you know already. This is something that you prepare for exam, yeah, Ainesh, if you realize it. Okay. Okay. So no surprises here at all. Again, this is something that you prepare for exam, right? Okay. Right. This is stationary point. We covered that a little bit. You back then, bit, and this is the Tesla. All right, sure thing, no problem. Yeah, all these things, right? And the second derivative, sure thing, no problem, right? You cover all this before exam, right? Because you show me this page before exam, right? Okay, sure. There's no surprises to me here, all right, Anisha, right? Okay, right, no surprises at all. Go ahead, no surprises at all, right? Sure thing, go. Right, okay, let me see the next page. This is maxima minima. Wait, this is just a repeat, it's just a summary, right? So no surprises here at all, right? Is this the end? You're typing. All right. Okay, right. So let me clarify, Anish. So this happened, this page happened before exam, right? Not after, right? Yeah, definitely, definitely. You weren't ready for the exam. I mean, not ideal, definitely not. I understand. So this is before exam, and you should have missed, like, is it 1 week of math? Like after exam? Is it something like 1 week? All right, understand. Right. So I'm getting the vibe that you don't have the lecture notes that the class notes that they are talking about right now. Am I correct? Yeah, so far I agree with Taka Brian earlier, definitely. Okay, sure thing, Anish. Right. Show me the next one, right? Should be predictable, right? For some reason they give you this. This is definitely usable. They will always use this in exam, right? So there you go. Now, Ainesh, look at this question, yeah? I don't care about the method. I don't care about the answer. Tell me, which type, which type is this example 16? Which type? If you don't understand what I'm asking, tell me lah. Okay. From your notes just now, yeah, Ainesh, these are the types. Look. Right, I've listed you the 4 very common types. The one that you need to be certain lah. We will try to do that lah starting today. Read the question, Ainesh. Which type is this? Don't look at the answer. Look at the question. Increasing, decreasing? How do you read that from the question? Are you sure it's not the first and the second one then? Okay, well, fair enough. They will mention, right? They will mention the general, right? So are you sure it's not the second one, Ainesh? Okay, I'll say the EMS thing lah. It's called largest volume. That means which one? They ask for larger volume. Yeah, right. Something like that. Okay. Now we're gonna skip the answer first lah. Of course, it's an important one. We're gonna skip, right? Because it's done already, right? Okay, let's skip. They talk about all these yada yada la 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 GDC somewhere, right? GDC is not the important thing, not the most important thing. So let's skip this page also. Let's look at example 17. Same question for you, Ainesh. Which type? No. I'm training you to read the question, Ainesh, right? So read question 17 first. Okay. Right. Which type? All right, Ainesh. Fair enough. So just to be clear, you think this is which type? All right, wonderful, Ainesh. Correct. Right. Let's move on first. Right. Okay, reading example 18, I guess. I think so. So question 18, what topic? Okay, understand. Yep, good, Ainesh. Okay, moving on. Okay, moving on. Right. Interesting, Elliot. Good. Right. So which one I next? Just very good. Right. So a bit heavy on topic 2, yeah. Right. So the one that I have mentioned, not yet. Right. Could you ask your friend, has this been covered? Right. Oh yes. Okay, understood. Right. Let me just see very quickly that it's not easy to understand. Right. Let me just see very quickly the next week. Okay, yeah, sure, continue. Yeah, continue. Thank you. Continue. Yeah, continue. No more, is it?
This is where they stop. I can continue.
Like yesterday, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, understand. Please continue. I'm just curious. Sure, there are some. Okay, there are some examples. Not good, not enough, but there are some. So that homework sentence thingy, is it still useless? Because you don't have the textbook or something like that?
I can ask my friends for the questions.
Understand. Yeah. Looking for one. Looking for one. Looking for one. Okay, I'm breaking the silence a bit, Kakak Brian. Yeah. Okay, I'm asking Elliot something. Yeah. Elliot, you seem to have a lot of trouble with compound interest, right? Now, let me confirm a few things. Your EMAT teacher haven't gone through compound interest, isn't it?
No, not yet.
Oh, like this is the first time you're doing it with us. Oh, no wonder, no wonder. I was very confused why Kakak Brian has to explain a lot, but that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, understand. Then no objection. You are ahead in EMAT, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
This happens to be one of the very confirmed topics in exam and also very important topic in life also. So okay you can spend time here Yeah, we're gonna go to AMAT on Sunday, okay? So make sure you ask as many things you can today okay? Right, fair enough. Okay. If you have another question, Kakak, then feel free. I was just trying to make sure what's going on. Right. Okay, right. I understand, Ainesh. Okay. Okay, Ainesh, I want you to share your screen. We go to an exam paper. I'm going to show you what exists in the exam paper first. I'm going to start that way. Okay, Ainesh? Yeah, you're probably in the year 4 one. There isn't. Wow. Ainesh, does this mean that you don't have a year 4 math exam paper? Oh, there you go. Yeah, nice. Okay. All right. I guess do paper 1 first because you cannot predict where it is. So I'll be doing the stopping. Skip. Yeah, stop. Oh, skip. Skip.
I'm curious, what is this?
That's union and intersection. They are, however, not differentiation. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is after I've seen the syllabus. This is after. Right. So yeah, you don't know that yet. Okay, what is this? Okay, bye. Okay, skip. Still skip. No calculus so far. Definitely not. Skip. Also not skip. Statistics, this one's not difficult. Also not, there's no calculus here. Section B. One question I did. Section B still cannot use calculator, am I correct? Understand. Thank you. Understand. Okay. Please look at the paper. Oh. Section B can use calculator. Oh, no. Okay. So section B still cannot use calculator. Yeah. Okay. Understand. Okay. So question 9 is not. Question 10 is not. You haven't learned that, I think, right? Question 11, no. So no calculus. Right. So there is no calculus in paper 1. Curious. Let's go to paper 2. Okay, stop here. Now they ask about gradient. So this is already suspect. No, they are polynomials. Okay, right. So it is barely calculus because of the gradient question. Okay, but the gradient Clive Benedict is calculus. Inesh in Jamboard, yeah, in Jamboard now. Only Clive and Benedict. Next page. Go to Jamboard, next page. Next page. Right. Only Clive and Benedict. Do you understand why Clive and Benedict is likely to talk about differentiation? You please type. Okay, good. How about Benedict? Okay, understand. But you are at least correct. Now, Inesh, I've said this many times. Reading does not require you to understand fully one. Reading is most of the time spotting a few things. That even though you don't know what is correct, it is correct. Reading is spotting. At least knowing the topic is spotting. Understanding the whole question cannot just spot, but knowing the topic definitely spotting. So I'm at a very initial stage of teaching you how to read, which is spotting. One more time, spotting is not reading, but spotting is very useful to know what the topic is. Then our reading becomes much more focused. Okay, any questions so far? Besides what you're talking about, I understand that you do understand. Okay, good. Now let's move to question 2. Question 2, no, skip. 3. Question 3, skip. How well is it? Skip. Question 4. Okay, well, I mean, why is this differentiation? Go to the gem bucket. Tell me, what do you spot? Still the same page? What do you spot? Part D, please, Inesh. There's a great hint there. Oh, sorry, you already say normal size. You already say normal. You already say normal part. Okay. Understand, Inesh? Very easy to spot. Okay. Let's move on to question 5. No, skip. No, this is a probability. Skip. Skip. Tell me about, tell me about question 8 then, right? Jamboard. The next page. What do you see on it? Good. Right. Now going to part B, I think it's clear that it is no longer. Oh, no, part C. Part C is clearly now integration because they tell you it's integration. This is not done yet, yeah. So this is difficult. Okay, good. Now, Ainesh, look at the types of question in part 3, page 3, Jamboard. How many have we seen in the exam? Okay, which one? Okay, good. Good. Now, which one? Okay, good. Let's go and find connector pair of change. You go and find yourself. Is it possible for you to find yourself even though you don't know what that is? Is it possible? Kakak Brian, since Elliot's time is almost up, like around 7 minutes, are you happy with the progress so far, Kakak Brian?
I mean, it's new to him, so I guess it's a bit hard, lor.
Yeah, slow is fine, but do you think there's progress for Elliot?
Yeah, but I don't think he should do this question though. It's like rush,
why
right?
not? Why not?
Because it's too rush. I mean, he only did 2 like month question. They haven't even do the like usually, if I remember correctly, right, compound interest when they start teaching, right, they don't even do the monthly compound yet. They just do like slowly yearly compound.
Correct.
Right.
That should be the case, right? There should be no reason to rush. I'm also confused, right?
Question was immediately monthly compound.
A bit strange. Can I assign you to break out room just for the last 5 minutes? You say what you want to say, right? Okay, Elliot, I agree with Kakak, right? It's very weird to rush here, right? There is no reason to rush. Okay. Signing you. And how come we switch paper actually? What did we just switch paper?
Yeah, I couldn't find any in the remaining 2 questions.
Okay, go back to the previous one. Just go back to just to make sure. The paper 2 just. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, no, we don't say anything. No, it is not. It is 3 gold. What is this? This is 3 gold. So yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So Ainesh, before you move, would you please Control F to find it? Let's Control F. Type the word rate. Okay. Okay. Not this one. Not that one. Not that one. Okay. There isn't. Wow. Okay. For the total change, there isn't. Very curious. Very curious. Oh. Okay then. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the Jamboard. Okay. Let's pretend that connector change is not there yet. Right? Just pretend. Okay, Ainesh, I'm talking about the flow of thought. You're supposed to know the flow of thought and be strong at it before the exam. I'm training you like that. Look, I'm training you for the final exam anyway, right? Flow of thought is something that we know after we read, or actually in the middle of reading. Right? So that's the goal. This is not an ideal goal. This is a goal that you will accomplish long before you're in the final exam. So starting now, I am testing you on what is your flow of thought? What do you think you should do when you read this question? What do you think, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay. I'll give example of question 4 first. I'm reading the question, Ainesh, and certain things come to mind. So part A is very simple. I just dy dx, right? Obviously, because they ask for f prime, right? So I'm typing something else. So yeah, you cannot see it. What I'm interested in dy dx is the rule, right? And then I will say in my mind, hey, do you agree or disagree? I'm at page 4. So. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I agree with you. Yeah, but I mean, that's why we're doing this, right? And I noticed that it's 2019. 2019 is definitely not the COVID year. So this is a normal year where there shouldn't be any, adjustment in the difficulty, right? So I don't think we're missing anything here. I don't think so. But you know what? This is just one paper. So hold our horses, right? Hold our horses, right? So B, the question is, can you do B? Maybe B is the real meat, maybe right? So my flow of thought is something like this, right? So typing it seems very long, but this happens almost instantly in our mind, by right? Agree or disagree? Now, these 2 marks seems like a lot of work. Right? Ainesh, are you okay? Ainesh, no movement. Are you okay? Oh, there you go. Okay. This might be surprising to you, but this is what you prepare for exam if you've done this around 3 to 4 times. 3 to 4 times. So hopefully you'll see some familiarity here. Ainesh, answer the okay first. Yes or no? Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Daniel. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Right. Shall continue with the math. Yeah. There'll be 3 persons here. So including you. Okay. So we were just talking about, I was talking about whether you need to see the presentation by the teacher, right? What do you think?
Sorry, what?
Remember the question I asked you before the break? Do you need to see how the teacher present?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me just go check that out.
Right. Is this okay, Ainesh? Oh, Ainesh, go in and out. Refresh yourself. Your Jamboard doesn't seem to be working. Right, Keiko, I can see you, yeah? So I'm writing it on the page here. Okay. So Ainesh, if you understand this, please erase my working and do it, right? Or refresh. Oh, I should be copying. Just checking, Keiko, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Ainesh, any reaction? And that is probably how the teacher will present, yeah? So, yeah. Oh, I have it. Oh, you should be using VBS. Ainesh, no reaction, Ainesh? Ainesh, where are you? Hold on, I don't understand. Okay, I'm not talking about the left page. I'm just talking about the right page, right? Okay. Not the left page, just the right page, right? Sure, sure. Right. So Daniel, just to confirm that you're looking at
Yeah.
yes.
How's the ASTC work again? It's been a while.
This oh dear, I did something wrong. So wait. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Wait. I'm losing your Jamboard. Wait. Where is your Jamboard? Give me Daniel. Yeah, okay, there you go. Okay, got it. Okay, Keiko, tell me if you are putting in new pages. Right? I'm just in the Jamboard. So Daniel, all science teacher crazy, that's the how to memorize. All means all positive, mean all sine, cosine, and tangent is positive in quadrant 1. That's quadrant 1. Are we okay so far, right? Okay, then
I know what the quadrants stand for. I just don't know how to use it. So we have the
1/3 is positive, right? Since we're dealing with cosine inverse, so all and quadrant 4. Then that's how
it will
AST
always have all basically.
Well, if it's negative, then it's not quadrant 1, right? If it is negative, then quadrant 2, quadrant 3, right? And it happens like it happens
Because
negative
cosine, because it's cosine. That's why.
because cosine, yes. Then sine is the other way. Okay, that's how they measure it.
Okay,
Right.
so what does it mean if it's quadrant 1 and quadrant 4?
This is what it means. This is what it means. It's a very visual thing. They reduce it to a non-visual explanation. This is my personal bias. I detest it with the bottom, with every ounce of my heart. I detest the way they explain it. They don't explain it. They just ask you to memorize it. It's so easy to understand visually. Yeah, quadrant 1, quadrant 4. If it's negative, quadrant 2, quadrant 3. That's all.
Okay.
But you don't have to follow me. You don't have to. I'm just saying that the explanation is like that one, only one. It's so easy to understand. And therefore, the answer is also easy to understand. They also ask you to memorize, right? Whatever lah. Right? But if you're into memorization, at least memorize it properly lah. Me, I'll always choose understanding. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't. I'm just saying me. Yeah.
Okay.
So can I test you? This is foundational. Can I test you?
Okay.
Right. So in page 12 lah. So I'm at the last part already. Sine theta equals to minus 1/4. Right. So from 0 to theta to 360 degree. Right. So find theta, please. Use whatever method you wish.
I'll do
Sorry, Kiko, yeah. Sorry, no response. Am I in, you're not even in the Jamboard. So am I in the wrong Jamboard, Kiko?
Oh, wait, okay. Never mind. Let me restart my app. I
Ah.
forgot that I have to restart the app if I turn on airplane mode.
Right. Okay, understood. Yes. Oh, Ainesh, I'm so sorry. Ainesh, I'm so sorry. Instead of typing in this case, why don't you just do it on paper? Any paper would. Sorry. Is it easier that way? Yeah, just do the question. Okay, because you're not comfortable with the flow, right? Because I want you to think about the flow first before doing it. But I think you're currently just more comfortable doing it. So okay, we'll just do that. Just do that. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe yes, please. Yes.
Are these the answers?
Yeah. Oh wait. Pi plus. Oh, you're correct. Oh wait. Oh, you're correct. No, you're correct. You're correct. I'm happy. You're saying, Anish?
Yeah, can I go to the toilet first?
Yes, please. I am okay with this, Daniel. You seem comfortable. Turns out that you are comfortable with your teacher's method. I know. Turns out.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Okay. You'll be using this now on, right? Right. Okay. So would you be okay if I assume you will do the teacher's method, and when you don't get it, I will switch to the visual method for explanation. Would that be okay?
Yep. Yeah, that works for me.
All right, cool. What is your next question?
This is a
Okay.
good question. I think for B part 2, I also made the same mistake. I only have one solution.
All right. Could you
Instead of
please
two.
do that? Would you please put it in and try doing that, and just reclaim back that.
Okay.
Okay. So Keiko, are you
Okay,
saying that
so-
you? Yes, you're saying.
Yeah, for question 4, right? If you look at part 2, 3, and 4,
Mhm.
I mean, from what I understand, it's like there's one group of 4, one group of 3, and one group of 2. Wait,
Yeah. So a total of 9 and 1 person rejected. Yes.
that's for part
that
2,
means-
and then for part 3 and 4, there's like a group of 4 and 2 groups of 3. So I actually don't really know what's the difference between part 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Right. So for part 2 first, it's actually 4 group lah. I think it's easier to see it that way, I think. If that makes sense. Right? The rejection is also, a group, right? Right. So
That's true. Okay.
So the 2 teams, 2 and 3 consider. Okay, 3. Oh.
I mean, I kind of get the sense that like there's a labeling of the groups also, so I guess that matters. Like it's like permuted somehow.
But does
I
it
think.
matter? I'm thinking. Does it matter? I have no idea. I have to draw. I mean, you raise a very important point. We shouldn't be confused by the question, and we're reading very carefully. So that one I agree, but I am confused right now. I'm thinking about it. Okay, right. Are you going to do part 2 first or something? Sorry.
I can try.
Sure. Are we still ahead in terms of tutorial? Oh, sorry. We are ahead of tutorial. So what about?
My class hasn't even started on tutorial 13B, which is complex numbers.
Understood. Your probability lecture?
Probability. We just started on the first lecture, but I've watched the second one already.
Understood. Right. Okay. I'm okay, kind of ish with that right now. I'm okay. That's just 2 p.m. I mean, you're in a very difficult thing anyway. Ainesh, why are we stopping? Sorry, Ainesh, I'm not seeing anything. Where's your paper and everything? Ainesh, come on. It's 5 minutes already. Daniel, can I clarify, why are you redoing from the start? I don't mind, but why are you doing this?
Just trying to understand the question a bit more.
Sure. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. Totally fine. I like it. Ainesh? No, Ainesh is not.
Hello, I'm back.
All right, wonderful. Can I erase my flow of thought?
There is no flow of thought.
Yeah, I did right. I did type it down, but never mind. So I erased it already. Right. So do be
Yeah.
Right. Do be right. Good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Good, I like it. Gradient, I like it. So Daniel, at this point, you are missing 2 more answers. These 2 answers are definitely correct, but you're missing 2 more answers. Do you understand what's going on?
Let me see.
Right. It's because of the 2x. Do you understand what's going on? Keiko, where are you doing it? Sorry, I cannot follow. Keiko, where are you doing it? Keiko, are you doing it on Jamboard? You're muted, okay. Keiko, you're muted.
I don't know. I'm testing stuff out of my calculator, I guess.
Of course. That's fine. Just checking.
What other 2 am I missing?
All right. Check out my hint first. Very important. Does this make sense? I'm okay with you doing flow of thought, Ainesh. I'm okay. Actually, I like it. I think that's what you need, right? I don't mind. I don't mind you doing or flow of thought or do both, whatever. Right now, I don't mind. Are you okay? Are you okay, Daniel, with what I'm writing here?
Yeah.
All right. So visually, I'm going to draw it visually first. Again, everything starts visually.
So I can times 2 everything, basically.
No, that's wrong. That's again wrong. And I'm going to again explain it visually. So here's our first cosine graph, and this stops at 2 pi, correct? Okay. Your 2 answers are quadrant 1 and quadrant 4, which makes a lot of sense. So here's your first answer, and here is your second answer, quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. So far, so good?
Yep.
But since I'm going to 4 pi, I'm drawing the second one, right? I'm going to the second one here like that. And just to be very clear, your third answer, which is here, is not the first answer times 2. Definitely not. There's your third answer. And your fourth answer is here. Does this make sense? Am I making any sense here? Because I hope to.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Then,
like, if you were on the ASTC, right, just is that you go one more round per round.
yeah. Quadrant 5 and quadrant 8, if you like lah. If you like. That's great. That's okay to
Plus
think
pi
about.
lah.
No, plus 2 pi, Rob. Plus 2 pi.
Okay, sorry, plus 2 pi. Sorry.
Yes, very good. Plus 2 pi. Can I see that? And then, okay. I mean, I'm okay, Ainesh, with this, right?
Wait, do you plus 2 pi to the 2x or to the x? It's the 2x, right?
No. Never mind the 2x. The 2x doesn't matter one. The 2x has 4 answers. So pi over 6. 2 pi minus pi over 6. Great. 2 pi plus pi over 6. Make sense? One more round. 2 pi. One more round. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Right. And then 2 pi plus the other guy, right? That's all 2x. 2x has 4 answers. Equal, just to confirm that you haven't written anything yet, just to confirm.
Oh, wait, what? I've written stuff.
What's going on? Wait, what's going on? Here, let me refresh. You wow, okay. Would you mind?
I mean, it's not much lah, but I think the part 2 is correct.
Finally. Okay, finally I'm saying something. Finally I'm saying something. Yeah, I'm okay with the floor of Ainesh. I'm totally okay. Do you feel the need of doing it, Ainesh? So I'm typing something. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Daniel, that's how you get 4 answers, and that's what it means, if this makes sense. You have the next. So Keiko, if you can show me another question. I'm still thinking part 3 and part 4. I'm not getting it yet. I'm still not getting it. You know. I think the difference is between team 2 and team 3. Yeah. I think.
Do question 6, right?
6. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing anything, Daniel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do question 6? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Oh, okay, then let's go. I'll copy it to the next page. Now, you say you want to do, meaning you know how to do it, something like that.
Can we go through 6 part 2?
All right. Okay, let me just cover this. Wait, I'm finishing right. Yeah, we are finishing right. Yes, Ines. Where do we move on to? Right. We move on to 8A. Lah. We move on to 8A. Now you, if you can do this immediately, you do. So I don't ask for flow of thought yet. If you cannot, you're gonna compare it with your lecture note. Right? I'm gonna see how the flow of thought goes. At least we finish 8A and at least we do 8A1 and 8A, at least for 8 marks. Okay, so Pico, I think I've given you the final answer. So for you, Daniel, oh yes, please, because Ines, this is paper 2, right? So use Desmos lah. Just screenshot the Desmos. Easier that way, right? Don't screen share, just screenshot. Right? Just do it. Point intercept, okay, right, sure. Okay.
So do
Daniel? Yes.
For the team 2 and 3, right? Because okay, do I just times 2 like the number of possibilities in one team of 3?
Because I think in part 4 the probability is less, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think you can just divide by 2 because it only concerns the 3 and 3, but you may want to do a split or something. Maybe they do part 3 first because it's easier, and then part 4 because then you take out something somehow. Dividing certain things by 2. Maybe that's more logical to us. I don't know. They're trying to be kind, usually that's my assumption. So Daniel, do you see something else? Oh.
dy x equals x.
And right. Okay, at least do this first, Daniel. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Use the x. Just product rule it.
You product rule and then use the x. I'm sorry, use the x there. What I'm talking about, right? Use the x here. If you're comfortable with what I'm saying, please erase my hint.
Yeah, I already did that. In the how you say, like in the paper I did that. I got stuck at finding the equation of the normal.
Okay, then show me your working. Just put it here. Doesn't seem to be the greatest problem, right? Doesn't seem. Right. I should want to rewrite. I'm okay with that, I guess. Cosine to x, yeah, about right, yeah. That's great, yeah, it's great. Yeah. Okay, right. That seems nice. Ines, like a very weird thing, but that's expected, right? Okay, so you need the labeling, yeah. Ines, everything is gotten from a calculator. So in Desmos, you can do that also, right.
The point of intersection is x sine 2x.
In Desmos, you cannot actually find the maxima and the other.
Then by GDC.
Right, I don't need the G1, right? Yeah? We just need the fx1, right? Intersection, yeah. And then, oh, you found the 0.95. We just need the 0.95, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is just wrong. That's bad, right? So why don't you just do that first? Why don't you just that's just basic math wrong. So why don't you put 0.95 in the original dydx first? I think that's easier, right? And let's tell me if you're still stuck. Right. So you're doing 3. Oh, so part 4 is just without the 2 factorial. Right, wait.
Oh, but the answer is not correct though.
Let me think carefully. Think.
Actually, I don't even know how to like present that thing.
Let me
Yeah.
think carefully. If I don't get it, I'll get it later. Okay. If I don't get it. Let me think. Could you please do something else first? I feel that we can make better use of our time. Ganesh, are you stuck?
I'm finding the maximum minimum points.
You should just be clicking, right? There's nothing to it actually. And then this is what my Desmos is saying without almost any effort. I'm just clicking stuff. So I don't think we want to do this, Daniel. Definitely not.
I've already put it in.
Right. So we have one.
Okay, then you just find the.
You just need to do that, right? Yeah, you just need to do that, right?
For equation of normal. Okay.
Approximate. Unless you're missing a lot of things, yeah. So I prefer you just do this, right? Right. I prefer you just because you're supposed to do this, right? Never mind your GDC, just use your Desmos first. It feels that you're not getting all of them also, whereas I'm getting all of them. I'm getting the axial intercepts, the local maxima, and the local minima. I'm getting all of them. You don't seem to be getting all of them. Typing is not helpful here. They're asking you to sketch. I need you to get this from your Desmos animation. I agree with what you're doing there.
How did you do that?
I just click Ganesh. Like I said, I just click on the approximate position, and then the Desmos is smart enough to tell me. I already typed that for you.
Oh yeah, I got the dots, but like
Click
I
the
can
dot.
only see the chords when I.
Click the dot and make it firm.
Oh, okay.
Right. At least get this place, so I know that you're. I'm gonna delete my picture, right? Right. So Daniel, is that the correct answer, right?
Okay.
Good. Is that the correct answer?
Yep.
So what was missing with the English? I'm curious about this one. What was missing?
I'm brain lag.
All right. Okay. All right.
I think that's the best explanation.
I'm not surprised though. You seem very tired. Okay. Now, next one.
Part 3, find the angle in degrees. Yeah, can we do part 3? I didn't get the opportunity to do that in the paper.
I'm sorry, you say part 3? Okay, the same question, is it? Part 3. Oh wow, okay, curious question. Right. I'm gonna copy that. Put it in the next page. Very curious question. Are you stuck, Keiko? Yes, asking.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you understand, Daniel? I just wrote it down. Ganesh, can you confirm that, please? Wow. Oh, wow. Even reading is already confusing. And what remains of you, Keiko, is all these hard questions left, correct?
Yeah, there's two really weird ones after this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, Philip. I can't read your handwriting.
Read properly. Yeah, this is local. Yeah, local maxima, and I'm not taking any chances. Local minimum. I'm not taking any chances. Yeah, Ainesh. Yeah, right. This is not a debate. Yeah, this is not a debate. I am reading this into local, so this is correct. This is also correct. Okay.
But in the exam, what would I put?
Local, everything.
So I put both the points.
Yes. No, you don't put both. Just label everything. He's gonna be happy.
Okay.
Okay, clear, yeah? Clear. This is for example. Yeah. Okay, Daniel. Gradient is rise over run, correct?
Yeah.
Which is tangent. Here's your rise and here's your run, right? If the angle is this, if the angle is that. Okay, first. That's the definition of tangent.
I can't see. Are you drawing something?
Yes, I am. I did draw. Wonderful, Ainesh. I'm happy.
Oh yes. Okay. What's sign? What sign is it?
Okay.
What is this? Oh, rise. I thought sign.
Rise and run.
Run.
Okay, Ainesh, I'm okay. How come you're? Okay, you seem done with this, Ainesh. You seem done with it. That's it. Okay, Ainesh, for the next 10 minutes, I will ask you to go back to the maxima mini one in your lecture note. And that is more complicated, so I'm asking you to understand that. Read, ask questions, and then repeat. Right? And then we're going to reinforce that on Sunday. Your exam is surprisingly easy to do. A bit too surprising. I don't like it. But... So, Keiko, probably I'm going to owe you and reply this to you. I'm going to reply this to you.
That's fine. That's fine.
So since you're left with the hardest of questions, we're actually going to stop doing the PNC tutorial. You're going to do the lecture note on the probability because there are new things that we have to explain. Right? And then you go to the tutorial. Yeah, definitely a lot of things to explain. So at least read first, note your question in the remaining 10 minutes. On Sunday, we'll immediately answer them. Okay, difficult PNC question, we take our time to think and digest and ruminate and whatever. Right?
Then should I just finish up the third lecture for probability? I'm just left with one more. Okay.
You should gather your question. There should be a lot of questions.
Okay, yeah, I do.
There should be. Yeah,
I do have a
because
lot.
yeah, there should be. So just do that now, lah. Just do that. Okay. Or you can ask questions now. Okay, so Daniel, are you okay? The tangent is the
yeah.
rise over run, right? That means you already have what you need, no? So the m, tell me the gradient of the normal is 1.00332 minus, right? That's the tangent, right? Which is around minus 3 lah, right? Around there lah.
Yeah.
This is going to be tangent theta, theta being the angle between the line and the x-axis. Correct or not?
Correct.
I'm going to draw it more correctly here. So because it's minus 3, that means it's like that. Like that. There's theta. That's more appropriate. You're not seeing anything go in, go out. So Ainesh, I'm not seeing your lecture note yet. Are you confused? What I'm asking you?
I'm reading the.
All right. Have it in the paper. Have it on paper, please, so I know that you're doing it. Right. Please let me see it so I know where you're doing. I can follow you. You should be tangent inverse. So Daniel, are you seeing something? Are you seeing something? I'm writing everything already.
Yeah, I see it.
Right. If you understand this, erase it and read it. Very short, but please do that. This is not what I'm asking you, Ainesh, but you can read if you want to. I'm asking you for the example immediately. The example. Immediately the example. In some sense, I don't care about your lecture. I just want you to understand the example. We start from there. Yeah, something like, yeah, example 16. 16, yes, 16. 16, yes, 16. You should have a lot of questions here. You should. So start collecting them and we'll continue on Sunday. Right? Okay, you're reading this. Yeah? So again, Daniel, if you're ready, erase what I'm doing and then do it. If you have a question, you should know by now.
Tangent is adjacent over hypotenuse.
That's not tangent. That's cosine.
Cosine.
Toa caso, or SOHCAHTOA.
Yeah.
Which one, Daniel? TOCASO or SOHCAHTOA? Your school?
TOCASO.
All right, then TOA, right? Tangent is?
Oh, opposite over adjacent.
Thank
Wait,
you.
I'm high.
You're high. Actually, you're low.
Yeah, low.
At least you're thinking about the right thing. That is what you need. Try to connect, please. Try to connect. I'm speaking to a zombie right now, right? Try to connect. Noted, Ainesh. Noted. I know. Noted. You are flipping back to it. Let me follow Ainesh. Let me follow. Nico, just to confirm that you're just reading or watching the lecture, right?
Yeah, just reading.
Sure. Reading is fine.
I kind of get the sense that like this probability in A level is very formulaic.
Unfortunately, although the formula is important, the understanding is indispensable.
Yeah.
The formulas are going to be easy anyway. Just like PMC, the formulas are nothing one. The understanding is what is important. Too easy to misapply. Too easy.
Also, just saying, I actually struggled with probability in EMath in Sec 4. Yeah.
You're gonna struggle a lot.
Yeah. So
Maybe
maybe not probability. I struggled more with Venn diagrams actually. which is I think
Which
quite
is
important
part
for
of
this. Right?
which is
Yeah.
part of this one. And time to clarify that
Yeah.
can be clarified, but we need a lot of effort. But you're in a good position to put in a lot of effort, if that's what you want.
I guess. Yeah.
You don't have to, sacrifice anything. You're in the right position. Right? Right? Good for you, so no worries. If that's not what you want, we immediately go to the next statistics. Also, I don't really care. We're limiting our damage to whatever. You decide what you want. Understand?
Okay.
Yeah. We can do this, we can don't do this. No problem one. Anish, I'm not seeing any question mark. Does that mean that you, oh, there you go. There's that. Okay. I understand. So I'm going to type something. Yeah, I'm going to type something.
Okay.
For you. As a reward of you reading. Next page. Yeah. Okay, Daniel, are you okay? Still zombie? Because you're not erasing something. You're not erasing it yet, right? Or at least I need to see some question mark from you, right?
How do you know the normal cuts something like this?
Okay, so because gradient is -3, I'll just assume that -3, right? So the line must be like this one. A gradient minus is clearly going down. A gradient plus is clearly going up. This is clear. You need to know as a visual person. So x-axis is like that. So angle is like that.
Okay.
Yeah, visual. I notice teachers don't emphasize the visual. I certainly think we should, to your benefit somehow. Okay.
How do you find the opposite of adjacent?
How do you find the opposite over adjacent? No, you don't. I mean, no, you already have it. Opposite over adjacent is the gradient, because the opposite is the rise. The adjacent is the run. That's what I'm saying here. You must understand that. That's what I'm saying here. Very important. You know it already, just that you don't know. It should be part of your knowledge from now on. Yeah, then it should be. Oh, gradient is tangent, something like that. Don't memorize, understand. Ines, do you get my hint? Oh, 8 centimeters.
Okay, got it.
And that's the way to do it. That's it. In this case, only one answer, no two answers. Just to be clear.
Wait, I thought the squares were this.
Yeah, correct. I'm enlarging the square for you. I'm enlarging it for you. I'm enlarging and asking you to imagine that, obviously it cannot be 8.
Why is it 8?
Oh, goodness me. This is 16.
Oh, okay.
You're a visual person.
And
A bit annoying, huh? Your visualization must be on, Ines.
yeah.
Fair, yeah. It will happen in the other questions one. Okay. Don't underestimate your visualization, please. Right? You're good.
I understand.
Is there any other question mark? At this point, Daniel, are there any questions to talk about?
No, there's one last one, 7.
Sunday then? Okay. Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday usually.
Alright.
Now, what's in class right now? Just asking.
Homogeneous, all those kind of things. On the
What homogeneous? What,
forms.
sorry?
The
Homogeneous?
differential equations.
Oh, goodness me. We need to talk about differential equation, please.
We're finishing up
Sunday.
calculus. So we did Euler's
Sunday.
today.
Oh, dear. Okay, Sunday, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
give
go
me your
through
best.
there's two forms, right? There's Euler's and then there's the other one.
And anything you want. Anything you want, I will go through. But give me your best. You understand? Don't give me zombie lah. Sunday, yeah? At least on Sunday, don't give me zombie.
Yeah. It's Euler's and what's the other one?
Polar, what, Cartesian?
It's like the last. Oh, Maclaurin's series.
Yeah, I'm okay. We can go through that in relationship
Yeah.
to calculus, lah, right? We can go through
Yep.
that. No problem. Okay, give me your best, okay?
Okay.
See you Sunday. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Inish, even though you're ending right now, I am asking you to close this working and then redo it yourself. Then you stop for today. Do you understand what I'm saying, Inish?
I have a question.
I'm sorry, which question? I'm sorry, I thought it's that.
And
Oh, that's a question. Well, why do you ask that question? Huh? What?
why is it multiplying? What's going on? Why are the numbers different?
Huh? What are you talking about? No, you know this. What are you talking about? So. Okay, let me screenshot. Let me screenshot. The good news is that you can do this. I'm very sure.
Okay.
Look at the next page. That's it. That's it. Hello.
Yeah, but why are they different?
What are you talking about? What is V? What is dV dx? What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
Hello. Do you know that we need dV dx? Where's your flow of thought?
no,
Do
I
you know that
understand.
we need? Good. Okay. Cover the answer. Redo it. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I'll see you on Sunday.
All right. Bye. Have a good
All
night.
right. You too. Keiko, just tell me briefly what questions you have in your mind. Just want to know. Regarding probability lah.
Honestly, like, I feel like I'm not really able to like visualize.
Oh, very hard. Yes, very hard. Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and somehow I mean I struggle with Venn diagrams, so I think that's a disadvantage.
So Sunday we'll spend a lot of time talking about the details. Now,
Yeah.
unlike PNC, I prefer in probability we talk in terms of your lecture note already, because rather than me doing something slightly different, no. I want you to be at least confident with your own lecture note.
Okay.
But that's something that you have, correct? So that's not a problem. Back then in PNC, we don't have. Thankfully, PNC no need lah. Okay.
Okay, but yeah, just saying like I feel like I kind of get what they're doing, but if I'm gonna do this myself, right?
Yeah.
I won't be able to visualize
Correct.
and apply lah.
Correct. Doesn't mean that you cannot try to do the tutorial, because it will produce proper questions also lah.
Yeah.
I mean, you will see that certain things are still doable and certain things are not, and it kind of solidifies that I want to ask this thing and I want to ask that thing. So nothing stops you from doing that, right? Because our goal in learning at the first thing is always to realize what our question is. Not just to be blurred, but to say, yeah, this is my question. This is my question. Your question just now still very general. You are slightly afraid of the topic. To not be afraid, I never ask you to do the topic. That's not what I mean, right? Do it. What does that mean? That means that you are simply looking at your mental questions. Yeah, this one. Okay. That's the first thing to, tackle your fear. Just define your questions,
Okay.
right? Okay, it is supposed to be abstract. So I'm sorry. It is kind of abstract, so we'll try to make it as concrete as possible. Okay, if this helps you, after probability, things are actually easier. Not
Oh,
by a lot, but it's not going uphill from now. With just some proper explanation and proper practices, the most difficult topics are over after probability
okay.
in the entire math.
Okay.
Yeah, I will count vector. I guess Maclaurin. No, actually, yeah, I guess Maclaurin, kind of Maclaurin.
I actually find Maclaurin okay.
No, the exam question is killer thing. I mean, if you find it easy, like really good for you. Like I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I find that to be like implicit kind of mess people up. Right? Parametric also mess people up. Right?
Really? Okay.
Right? So if it doesn't mess you up, then good for you. Good.
Yeah, I feel like my weakness lies more in in topics of PNC and probability. Actually, I hated those questions in E-math. I didn't expect it to. I didn't expect to see it in H2 math. Honestly.
Correct. And yet, this is very surprisingly, and yet every part of statistics, including PNC and probability, does actually have more general application in life later on. So
I guess. Yeah.
if you hate it, but you have time, it's good.
Okay.
Good for your growth, good for your character growth. So anyway, I like your questions, right?
Okay.
So